Hello, this is Braden, and welcome back. And you might be able to tell right off the bat that I'm not sick no more. Oh boy. And you might be wondering, Braden, where are you? Well, I'm not in my tunnel no more, I'll tell you that. We ain't in Kansas no more. Um, actually, I have stepped into my creative test world to create something beautiful that is going to eventually, actually, this episode, get implemented into our single player world, which is awesome. I've created this beautiful, beautiful thing, and this beautiful, beautiful thing is the completely automatic melon farm. You don't have to do anything for it to work, it just works by itself. You make this and never have to touch it again. You just have to get your melons, and that's so simple. Now everybody wants this. Everybody wants to just make something, leave it, and have it do something for you. You might be able to do this with mods easily, but this isn't in mods. This is pure vanilla. As you can see, we got some melons here, and I'm going to demonstrate. Now this took about 3 hours to make, so I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button. It took me a while to get this video out and to make this, and I'm sure it can be done a better way, but I'm pretty sure this is great. Now, this melon harvester harvests once every night. Okay, here's a clock to tell you what time it is when your next harvest is. About there is where it's going to be. This just to signify that it's a melon farm. You can also put things in here like pumpkins, do the same exact thing, I believe. Yeah, we got this nice little thing with our grow light there, heat lamp. And I'm just gonna do a little demonstration. I got these buttons here that will make it day and night. So when it becomes night, we'll just try to get what happens here. Let's stand right here. Nighttime. Harvested. Now you can see I haven't worked out all the bugs yet, and some of the melons I think that's too. See, that one's glitching a bit. Um, they do get caught sometimes there, but I have done my best to help that and push them into where they're collected. Now we can do night again. I mean day. Let's switch into a creative mode here. Tab 0, I think it is, right? No. Slash tab 1. Uno más. Uno, no, that means uno more. One more. Let's just get some melons. Some, glass. Let's, put our melons in here. And to show you that it actually doesn't have that much imperfection, we'll get all those melons, and here we go. Ready? That was only 2 melons we missed. Ready? Night. Oh, one actually popped out here. And you might see that it's automatically setting the time to 0. That's my, oh, crap. That's my automatic, day maker over there. But, yeah. So we're just gonna come out here, just break our way through, and welcome to my creative world. And this was hard for me to make because I didn't want to use somebody else's design. Like, exactly. I used the basic thing of pushing these up to break the melon, but that's basically all I used. All in all, this is pretty much, as far as I know, my design. Feel free to use it in any of your single player worlds. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And out of those two, let's just come down here. Eventually, this will lead to a chest where you just open it. But with a hopper, out of those two, we got 63 melons. That is probably not right. I probably had some in there already. So, let's run through this and try to explain as best as we can. Right here, I call this, I'm calling it right now, I call this, machine the growth box. I mean, because you come in here, and this is basically a box in here, and I like it. It's a little bit more, than a box back here, as you can see, but all in all, I think it's pretty good. This can probably be more compact and more simply done with some of these inverter things. I don't think I put any in here. Going up, some of these right here going up. And this can be put along the side here to make it more compact and everything. So let's just run through from the start. Now, this I kind of forget what it's called. I'm calling it right now. I'm sure there's a technical name for it, but I'm calling it the lever button. Sounds stupid, but I can't think of the real name to it. So yeah, not this is right here is not my design. I looked this part up, but it's pretty simple redstone logic. So what happens is right here with this um daylight sensor, that is sort of new, not really that new. Well, what this thing does is it turns a lever. Okay, it turns a lever into a button. Like with one flick, there's one pulse, like just like a button, instead of staying on. So this powers, and one of these, like they'll both just pulse, which is pretty cool. Just look up if you want to find out how to make this. Just look up this redstone logic. Just look up how to make a lever into a button in Minecraft. That's how I found it. That comes and it inverts in here, putting out a signal. Now, right here, what this does is this powers. It's powered right now, making these off. So these pistons are down, and the dirt that the melons grow on are right up there. Now, what it is when these are powered, those push up, and then it breaks the melons, basically. And then this right here, this part, goes up, and, excuse me, and this right here, yeah. Okay, so this right here is powered, so this is turned off. That, when powered, turns this on, which in turn comes over here, powers these. Now you might be saying, what are these used for? Well, when I was making this, I had a problem of the melons all going back to the vine when they were broken. So what this does is this pushes the glass forward and forward, and that pushes it forward. And then this is a double right here. Now this works by, this is powered, and right in there is a redstone torch. And when that's pushed, it goes over the redstone torch and is powered again, pushing it one more forward. Now that is to make sure that nothing in there is, like, it's all pushing to one spot. Because on these sides, well, not on the W key, these sides push in. So that when it happens, everything gets pushed to, this block right here. Now we can sort of simulate this again. Get a melon and get some glass. Okay, and we'll just put some melons in here. And watch, when I click night, it's going to push everything right here. We'll try to get this as best as we can on camera. Night, watch it. Pushes, see how that comes back? Pushes everything there. Now with that one, let's see how many we got. It's not really perfectly set up, but we got 7. So that's, I don't know how fast they grow. I made it so every night it works, and it's completely automatic because they will regrow on their own. And this, since it harvests every night, it'll do that automatically because the sun goes down every day. Automatic, so that will automatically sense them. What great redstone we have nowadays. And yeah, so that's basically how it works. I think I did. What's the? Yeah, right here. This line right here is up here so that this redstone that I was talking about that powers that second one is on. Now we have it so it turns off for a split second. Like it turns off so that retracts and can be pulled back. Because if it's not there, that won't retract and that'll piston will get stuck there, which stinks because you can't pull an open piston, which stinks. Now, and these are just to make the time and day, but those obviously aren't going to be in our single player world. Um, so yeah, I'm going to now teach you how to build this. So, I'll see you when I'm teaching. Hello, and I'm back, and I'm now going to try my best to explain and walk you through the exact steps I went to make this. Now remember, this took me 3 hours to design, and one part I left out when I was explaining this is as they drop and get pushed forward, there are half slabs right here, which hoppers, if you don't know, suck up things, will suck through. Half slabs, and they get dropped into this, and these are all going down to this one. Okay? So, here we go. Let's try. And I made this out of wood mostly, and all the redstone on stone, because that's just what I'm going to be using for it. So, what we're going to start with, is we're going to start with this part right here. And this is very simple. All you need is, it's got to be 3, because this is only designed for 3 things, basically 3 melons. And you just basically make this. Oh, a little lag there. That happens every once in a while. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get, obviously, some redstone. And obviously some pistons. And you're also going to want to get some dirt. And what you're going to want to do, you're going to put your redstone torch on here. I want you to put your pistons going to go up. You want to put that right on top of those. And you want to put some dirt on them. Okay? Now what's going to happen, and these are just here to mark out where I was. You know, these are not needed at all. What's going to happen is you want to get these redstone repeaters. I don't know how comparators work, really, so they could be used to simplify this, but I have no clue how they work. Basically, you want to get these here. Oh, and you want to know what would be helpful? Some actual just redstone. Plain. Because that's very helpful. Now, that goes over. And it goes, I believe, just straight down and up one, yeah. Oh. And up one, because that's going to eventually go up. Now make sure to make yourself a little off-road here and there. Because we will, as you see, use both of them. Actually, we won't use this because that'll actually go up. So after that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to power this. Just power it for now, just using this so you can see if the things work. Like that pulled it down, that's great. Now this is where your melons will grow. And what you're going to do is you're going to put another one right behind that. Another piece of dirt. You just leave that as it is right now. If you want, you can build around. Just make sure as long as you're building around at this stage, these parts right here have to be half slabs. Let's get one. Now this can be out of any material you want, but it's got to be half slabs right here. I think that's the only places. Yeah, only places they need to have half slabs are right on those 3. Now I'm just going to make this little platform right here to stand on and test while we're making this. Okay, and what you can do now while we're waiting is get your hopper set. You just want to get some hoppers. Now, right in front, you're gonna want right here at the end. Okay, so you go whichever side your chest is gonna be on. You're gonna want to put this one here. We're going to start there. See how that goes down? We'll make ours over here because we did over there. And you're going to want to shift click on that with your hopper. So see how, whoops. See how this goes into that? This is going to pipe into that, which is good. And you want to do that for all 3 of these. So all of these, when something falls through there, through this, it's going to pipe through here all the way to this. Okay? Now on to the next pot. And that is simply, not really simply, but we'll work on this part right here. Now that's going to go back 1, up 1, and 3. Okay, so back 1, up 1, 3. Now this is all going to be powered right now until we get that and invert it. And all these repeaters you want on 3, which I forgot to do for these, but I'm pretty sure you want them all on 3, because if not, the timing will not work and it won't work. So before you do anything, remember to keep those on 3, because it won't work out. It won't work either way. So don't come saying your machine don't work, Braden, because it does. Get your repeaters on 3. Now, that right there, you're going to put a block, and through this block, it will power, I believe. Yeah, you have one of these redstone things that are off, and when that turns on, it's going to turn off this one, and then then that'll work for the piston thing. So you're going to want, make sure that's at 3. Turn that one off. Put another one. Did we make this too high? Am I going crazy, yo? Little lag, little lag. Check this. Let's check this. Right there. Oh no, that okay. Okay. That powers the block above it, which makes absolute sense. So you're gonna want to make that one wood, just for looks, you know. You can actually go around here with wood too, just for looks if you want. Just make a little thing right now. Now what that's going to do is, as this piston right here pushes it forward, this is going to be powered. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to work, that right there is finished. Make sure to keep them all on 3. And now what we're going to do is we're going to work on this top part, which I admit is sort of complicated. So we're going to have to go 1, 2, 3, and then put an inverter. Okay, so here we go. Ready? Got 1, 1, 2, trace, and then we got, is it on the 4th one that we have an inverter? Yes, it is. And then on this 4th one, this will be turned off. Do you see? Yes, see. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Now above that, you're gonna have 4. Okay, yeah, it's right. Okay, so that's gonna stay off, and when this gets depowered. That's going to turn on and turn these on. Okay? Lots to explain. Okay, so you're going to want to take this over 3 right here. Yes, sir. Just getting stuff prepared for the next step. Now, I'm not I admit it, not the best at all at explaining things, but I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. Okay, let's just get set up for the next step. Okay, so that's what it's supposed to look like so far on this part. Just look at it. That's what it's supposed to look like. And what we're gonna have is we're gonna have a repeater here. I believe, yeah, we need to have repeaters here and here, my sir. We're gonna have there, but all set on 3. If they aren't on 3, I believe if they aren't on 3, they won't work. I can't stress that enough. I don't want people coming to me saying, yo, your crap don't work. I'm gonna be like, yo, you didn't put it on 3. We're gonna put pistons right here. And this one right here, you're gonna put 2. Okay? It's kind of like an arrow pointing towards the redstone with the pistons, but the pistons facing in. Okay? All on 3. Remember, all on 3. Can't stress that enough. So these things we did right here. This left one we're going to start with right first. And that comes out 2. Goes over 3 until there's a repeater. So 1, 2, 3. And then there's a repeater right here. 2, 3. Repeater on 3. Then there's another redstone. And then there's the piston. Right like that. And that is all you do for that. And then you come on around the other side. And you do the exact same thing. Whoa. Brayden, what? You're crazy. You do the exact same thing? Not quite. This one goes out 2. This one only goes out 1. Okay? Make sure you get that right, because if not, it's not going to work. It's going to be out 1 farther. But other than that, same exact thing. Three, remember? Oops. There you go. Now, basically, our whole machine lined up, except we need to put on the sides. See, as you can see in there, we need some glass. And wood, because wood goes on here, and here, and right there. The rest of this, right here, around this, wood it all up. Except for that middle one right there. You need to wood it all up if you want it to look good. Just gonna make some walls here. And then what you can do is, well, we'll save that for last. Well, you can make a little platform right here, just for standing right now. Okay? And now what you do, since that is all work, that works. Right now works. Through everything, that will work. It will not be hooked up to anything. You can hook this right up. You could put it to, and that just went off. And you could put it to an inverter and put a lever, and you can run this lever anywhere. Just throw it. can run this lever anywhere, and that will turn it on, and then it'll do it again. And you can see nothing's broken because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put an inverter right here with a piece of redstone coming out the side and over here. Okay, let me just get a little look at it just to make sure I'm doing this all right. Okay, their piece up there. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do, I mean, you can look at this, you can pause the video right here. I'll do a circle by. Not hard at all to make. Just remember threes, 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 threes. Okay, now what you're gonna do here is that's gonna be on for now. Actually, that go 3? Yes, it does, my sir. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna put blocks, redstone torches. You put blocks on top of them. You're gonna want to put blocks right there. And to make this work, you're gonna want to put 2. Then you're gonna want to put, and then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want redstone on top of this, and redstone repeaters on the bottom. You'll want those set all the way to 3 on both of them. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put this here. Now, I'm pretty sure that goes there. Let me check before I tell you. Yep. And then you're going to want to put some inverted torches right here. And then you're just going to run it, and you're going to want to invert it. So let's take these, hook them all up, and invert it. And then what you're going to want to do, you could put a lever here and it will work. It will work if you put a lever here, and that'll turn it into a button push. Exact same thing. But if you're going to put a lever, skip this whole part. Not worth your time. That works anyway. So this just makes it so it will work every night. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run this like this. It most likely can be here, I'm pretty sure. But you're going to want to make yourself a daylight sensor. Daylight sensor goes there. Yeah, it will work if it's right there. A daylight sensor, and you are done. Okay, we can test this. You can do anything with what's around this and everything. Anything. And we're back, and this is it. I put it into my world, and it's looking pretty nice. It took me a while. Yeah, looking pretty nice. It's right here. I actually have this coming down so grass comes down, but you just walk down, and this is gonna go up, and I'm gonna put like sort of a roof up here, but you take a right, comes down. I put this little thing right here. You're probably gonna have water coming out of the ceiling or something, or out of the walls, and then this is right here. And I'm thinking about putting a pumpkin one right there, because you can do the same thing with pumpkins. And we've already got a melon there. And one problem I did come across is I forgot that for a daylight sensor, you need nether quartz. So next episode, I think we're going to go to the nether, because I got all the obsidian for it to go to the nether. And I think we're going to go. Just bump. But as you can see, it has grown a melon so far. And one thing I did is you can, like, there's a space right here underneath the melon stalk where you can cover it up and put water in there, so it's completely like that. So right now all I have in here is, I'm pretty sure I've just been using this. Let's see. Let's go look at it. I think it's when you turn it off, so let me go turn it off. We'll hear stuff go. Yep, there we heard stuff go. Let's go see if it worked. Looks like there's no melons in there, so let's go see if we got some melons down here. Down here. And we do! And some dirt, apparently. And we got some melons down here, and we'll put those in there too. We got some melons down here, and that's going to eventually go to a thing over there, to a chest right up there. I gotta figure out how to do that. But it's basically everything you saw in the creative world is just replicated over here. That's what I came up with, and I like it pretty good. Don't gotta touch it all. You just leave it. Further ado, have a nice day, guys. See ya.